All right, let's go glass half full here. You know? My glass has been half empty quite a bit.
Let's do it.
I've got the top 5 standout performances for week 1 presented by Dave and Buster's. Are you ready? Let's go.
I know I'm going to like this.
We're going to do it. You know I'm going to get around to it eventually, right?
Paige and I went to Dave and Buster's on Friday. I love that place.
Fantastic. Well, it's good because they're presenting my top 5 standout performances for week 1. Number 5 is a guy who is tied for second on the Jets last night in receptions. Jordan Whitehead, the guy who picked off Josh Allen 3 times on Monday Night Football. Without his grabs, it would not have been possible for the Jets to win that football game last night. Joe Buck said it when he grabbed his 3rd interception. He's never had 3 interceptions before in a season. And he was Jordan on the spot when the Jets needed it, and he is the standout performer on a standout defense that took it to Josh Allen and helped the Jets win a game that I still can't believe that they won because of the way that it started, which I can believe because I'm a Jet fan of 54 years. We're back in a darkness retreat. But bottom line, he's number 5 on a standout performance of the week. Number 4 on this list is, I'm going to go with this guy, even though Brandon Ayuk had a terrific performance. I'm going with Christian McCaffrey, who is my offensive player of the year candidate coming into the season. I predicted just seeing him do what he's done in the past and what he did last year in a short time with the 49ers, his first full season of off-season workouts and practices and OTAs and training camp, and his first full playing season with the 49ers began with 22 rushes for 152 yards and a touchdown, and he caught a couple balls that were necessary to be caught from Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey, man. And Debo and Kittle hardly did a thing.
Yep.
And the 49ers looked the way that they looked, number 4. Number 3, in terms of standout performances for week number 1, I could not choose one. I just got to give it to the whole Cowboys defense. The whole Big D.
Yeah.
D. The Cowboys defense, 7 sacks, 3 turnovers, 2 scores, 40-0 shutout. Only the 6th 40-burger shutout to open a season in the Super Bowl era. And, man, that's who Zach Wilson's got to get his first start of the season against on a short week.
Good luck.
Look. Ow.
That seems a little low on your list.
I know you would say that, but number 2 on the list is the guy who came up with the 4th best passing yards performance in the history of Week 1 football, and that's Tua Tagovailoa. Tua in Los Angeles with Justin Herbert on the other side, the guy who was chosen after him in the draft, and all he has heard for years is how the Dolphins took the wrong guy. And everybody wondering, why is he still playing based on the concussions he suffered last year? And he took care of himself behind a makeshift offensive line and threw for 466 yards and 3 touchdowns and looked terrific doing it. Were there a couple underthrown balls? Sure. But everything else to me looked like money from the guy who is performing, as I called, Tua-jitsu in week number 1. And the number 1 standout performance in week number 1, I think everyone can be in agreement, with all due respect to Dallas and all due respect to everybody else. Tyreek Hill looked unguardable. You cannot cover this guy. It looked, again, like he was being operated via joystick. 15 targets, that might not be enough. 11 catches, 215 yards, and 2 very important scores. Good luck to anybody that's got to try and cover him because there's Jalen Waddle on the other side. So I don't know how to stop him. He, to borrow a phrase from Dan Patrick, I don't even know how you can contain him. So he is without a doubt the number 1 standout performer of week number 1.
Do you think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
Let's go. Just because I like saying his name too. Puka Nacua.
Yeah, come on.
Honestly, it sounds like this was the name that got thrown out by the writers of Lilo and Stitch. We're not going to go with Puka Nacua. Yes, we are. 15 targets of Matthew Stafford.
Like,
no Cooper
Like,
Kupp.
what?
We're going to target Puka Nacua 15 times. He's going to catch 10 of them, 119 yards,
Unreal.
5th round pick out of BYU, Provo, Utah's finest. I know Tutu Atwell had a day. I know Stafford had a day. The entire offense, 27 first downs, 426 yards, 39 minutes, and 23 seconds time of possession. Thanks to the unstoppable Puka Nacua. And that right there is my standout performance list for week number 1. My top 5 standout performances of week number 1. Again, presented by Dave & Buster's. Watch football like a pro at D&B with 40-foot TVs, cocktails, beer, and a new $5 bites. It's the ultimate watch experience. Dave & Buster's. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.